Welcome back to another episode of the Other Team Podcast. I am Jacob Handy. This is crazy. I just want you to know, we're not going to talk about it tonight, but I've been thinking today, and I had really nice intros for the both of you today that I thought about today.
You aborted
Did we
them?
just ruin them 30 seconds ago?
And we just, off camera, something we will address later. Before we press record. Actually, whatever. These guys said something that is just, I don't know, we're going to have to get to the bottom of it. But I don't know if I want to give you that intro anymore. Like, I'm shook right now, dog. Like, I'm shook.
That's fantastic.
Anyway,
I stand by what was said.
My apparently much more trustworthy and honorable than I am, just
Absolutely.
Not more honorable. Not at all.
Don't say
No, you're definitely more honorable. That's the
dead.
reason why. That's the reason why, though. You're the more honorable one. That's the thing. You're too honorable. You're like
True.
Co-host,
Johnny Boy Scout.
journalist,
Exactly.
analyst, basketball aficionado, Terrence Scott.
Ooh, what it do? What it do?
Former best friend.
Former best friend. Exactly.
This dude's hurt. It's cool, man. It's cool.
Barely related by blood. Award-winning journalist. Sporter of new cool hats that casually tried to hop into our Zoom today and not even mention it.
Liker of bad
Mentioned,
teams.
I'm fly.
Lucky to
Somebody
look as good
mentioned.
as I am, Zachary.
Lover of bad teams.
True.
on the
Lover
show.
of bad teams. Actually, my girlfriend told me that in the elevator today. I said some shit and she looked at me and she said, I'm sick of it. She said, if you start rooting for these shitty teams, I wouldn't have to hear it all the time. I was like, I looked at her, I said, it's too late for that. It's too late.
All right, well, who's joining the Losers Club today behind you?
It is the same crew as last week. Unibrow's over there in the corner. Will Smith, Genie, the child. We added Bubba. He's a repeat offender. You can see him just squeeze right in there next to Kenley. Bubba with Amy Farrah Fowler on top. They have joined the squad again, back from vacation. Oh yeah, and then Austin Powers is behind me. You can't see him, but Austin, MJ,
Yeah, baby.
and Wonder Woman are all behind me. Yeah, baby. He has joined the crew again. He's back from whatever it is that Austin Powers does, the International Man of Mystery.
Well, welcome to the show, all of them,
Yeah.
and
Thank
all
you.
of you. Today, I'm actually really excited to talk about our opening thing. It was something that Terrence brought up to me last night, and I didn't even want to give him an answer right away because it was just I had to sit on it all day and just think about it for at
I
least.
still don't have an answer.
I honestly needed at least 16 more hours probably to really give a definitive answer, but I have probably what my initial instinct was, and the debate in question was
I'm asking. Nope, because I'm gonna bring up the nope. I'm asking. It's my question because I want to bring up the 40 times.
Oh, yeah, that's true. All right, let me see it.
So the question is like, did you freeze, Jake? I was like, did the computer freeze?
I did freeze in time.
I was like, did he freeze for a second? But I'm sorry, Jake, but it was my question. I wanted to ask
That's
it.
true.
I'm gonna take my ball and go home right now.
I'm ready.
But
I'm ready.
so the fantastic question that I just rudely interrupted Jake about is, which player is the fastest out of the three?
Oh, that was not the question you addressed.
What was it then?
Who do you have in a foot race?
That's the same shit. Okay.
That's the same
Who do
question.
you have in a foot race, or who do you want on a track, or what, Jake? You want gravel? What type of
Right.
what do you
The
want
three
them
of
to
them
run on
line up. Who's
grass?
gonna win it?
What do you want them to run on? Grass, concrete?
It didn't sound the same to me.
All right. See, you want to ask it. You want to ask it, Jake?
All right,
All
go
right.
ahead.
Just ask the question. Jake.
I'm ready.
Ask it again for a
That
minute.
was the question
ask it
is
again.
who would you pick in a foot race? That's how I just it
All right,
sound-
who would you pick in a foot race out of Tom Brady, Phillip Rivers, and Peyton Manning? Before you answer, I will put it a little in perspective.
Oh, I
What's
almost want to
crazy?
answer first.
We had this debate on 40 times, and I told you I don't even know I always feel like I don't even know what a good time is. Like
I would say
Yeah,
a
I
good
don't know
time is
either.
4 or 5. A 4.5 is a really good
For
time.
somebody
for a pocket
asked me-
passing QB, like what's a good 40 time?
For a quarterback, I would say 4.9 4.8 is a good time.
It's a half a like, and how fast is that's a half a second we've just split.
It's
Like, how
extremely
fast
fast.
is a half a second?
Extremely fast. At that level, it's everything. Like I'm not joking.
You're a
like,
trainer, Zach. You're a personal trainer.
That did sound like that. That was fantastic. At
It
that level, it's
is.
everything.
Everything
It
between
is.
being cut and being number one.
Between being picked and being not picked, it could be half a second in your times. 1,000%. You see these combines?
Less than a half a second, obviously.
Right. 0.3 of a second on your 40 time could be like
All right, I just have to double check, triple check to make sure I wasn't tripping. All right,
That's how astonishing this time is.
Exactly. So the 43-year-old Tom Brady, obviously these are their combine times coming out of college. So in 2000, Tom Brady out of Michigan ran a blistering, and I mean blistering, dude, shot out of a cannon, 5.28 40 time.
Oh, we just said 4.9 is what we're shooting for?
Yeah, dude is shooting out of a cannon.
5'2"?
Then you got, let's put it in perspective then. Tom Brady is 6'4", so got some height to him as well. Then we got Phillip Rivers at 6'5". He came out in the 2004 draft, so this is his 40 time. Then he ran a 5.08 40 time.
Okay, so Phil got a little bit of the wheels on him.
Phil out here,
had a little juice.
Baton.
Where did he come from? NC State.
NC State.
Yeah, NC State, and then you got Mr. Omaha Peyton Manning.
Out, he got an advantage.
The University of Tennessee, and he is 6'5". He ran a.
What do you mean?
And when I mean this man can run, I mean this man can run.
I feel like he actually did have decent speed. Actually, that's what's crazy.
He was my pick when I heard the question. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, my pick to this is not him, but this man can run. That's his 40 time.
Okay, Peyton. I'm fired up. My man was spazzing. 4.8 40.
Hold up, stop. Ben Roethlisberger's fat ass 4.75.
Yep. Apparently,
Ben was athletic though when he came out.
4.92 or some shit. Is one of these say Eli ran a 6, and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Eli's wildly slow. If that's the case.
A 6?
A 4.8. I'm fired up for Peyton.
I'm coming out
of my initial pick when I thought of this
race
question.
Is now. I want you guys to understand this.
Oh, okay. So that's what I was gonna ask. Is the race now, or is it like before
now? No, it's now.
I think I still got Peyton.
I kind of feel the same.
Peyton's 44.
But God, I saw
Phillip
him.
Is 39.
Did you watch the match, Zach?
No.
I did.
I mean, like parts of it, but like
I kind of want Peyton. I feel like if I got Peyton in like the marathon, he seems like he's more.
Tom Brady's 43.
Like,
I like Happy Feet.
I ain't going TB. I
think Happy Feet gets him.
I'm going Tom. He's too competitive.
No. Only way Tom wins is if he gets too competitive and thinks he's wearing Patriots shit and trips somebody. That's the only way he wins.
Those elbow.
Full about to click somebody's heels next to him and he's like no. Tom not winning.
Dude, all these dudes are crazy slow. So I'm picking Tom. Tom's ran out the pocket a few times this season, so I'm picking Tom.
Still has to regularly escape from like Aaron Donald and like.
No, he doesn't.
Tom went to the NFC.
When he sees Aaron Donald, he falls down.
He went to the NFC. Well, yeah, facts. Don't die now.
Apple escapes from like Linval Joseph, who's 360. Like that's who he's escaping from. Like what?
But can Peyton get away from Linval? This is now, dude. Peyton doesn't do anything anymore. Like, yes, he plays
slim.
action. He looks like he look good. Well. But like, this man's still playing in the NFL. Like,
what is what was that forehead thing that you said, Jake?
Like, if you like, Peyton Manning obviously has like an aggressive big forehead.
Do you think he would be fantastic at headers in soccer?
So you think that's more aerodynamic? It's not like.
Okay, but if he's side by side with you, like photo finish.
Dude, why are you talking like this dude has a head like the sausage people in the Milwaukee races?
Yeah.
Look,
telling me because
photo
he can
finish,
lean
bro.
his big ass forehead, he'll get the photo finish. If it's a photo finish, he wins because the forehead.
Yes. Originally, when the question was first posed to me, I said Peyton Manning by a forehead.
Oh my
So-
goodness.
If it's close, I'm going with 18.
This dude's
Oh
wild.
my god. Oh, I'm glad we circled back to that. I was like, what does this fool mean?
You know, you didn't disagree.
Wait. I just
It
want to
made
understand.
sense
So
when you
I
thought
don't
about
disagree.
I just want to understand. This reference is this.
This man said by a forehead. Yeah,
This is
that's
what I
exactly
saw.
how I envision Peyton Manning now because of
This is
Jacob.
what I saw when you said that. Like, is this what you're saying? Peyton is gonna win the race because of this? Because he got a dome like
Can
this.
lean across the photo finish. You know, it's looking down the line. I mean, it's not act like.
All right, we're not giving no free production, Fox. Get out of here.
Look,
Oh my
if
goodness.
18 was here with me, he would be like, I have a
All right, so
protruding
pick.
forehead.
Everybody pick.
I got
Oh
18.
God! Today, I don't know what was today. I was thinking in their prime. Today, I kind
take
of
'em
want to
both.
go Tom Brady.
All right, we can go.
No one
prime
believes
and
in
now.
Phil?
Prime and now.
In their primes, I had Peyton.
Yeah, I had happy feet in this.
In their
prime for sure.
primes, Brady's in last. I feel like.
Yeah. I think Brady's
In their
last
primes, Peyton.
regardless.
I think that's obvious. He ran a 4.8 or 4.9, whatever it was. I think Peyton. But now I'm gonna go to Tom. I'm going Tom.
I would go.
I
Tom.
watched Philip, and Philip just is like shot. Like, the man is just running in mud, dude. Like,
Phil's
Philip
in
is shot.
last. Phil's in
Like,
last right now.
If we talking about somebody's competitive juices, but he's gonna throw a heel kick, it's him. He's gonna be the one to knock somebody down. Philip's wildly competitive.
Kick your ankles behind you.
He's the only guy that will cuss you out without cussing you out. Like, but you just walked away like, whoa, this dude just
But
cussed
you
me out.
felt
But he
it.
didn't say one cuss word. Like,
You felt that.
like exactly.
It's too funny.
Okay, onward to more important business. The National Football League, boys.
I thought we was going strippers.
Oh, we could do association 1000%.
I thought we was
Talk
I
about
strip. I thought we was talking strippers.
Hardwood.
You said we was going to a more
Hardwood.
important matter.
Right.
What is
it's
more
more
important
than
than
hardwood.
Harden and strippers and little baby?
Big James.
Man,
He said his trainers. We know who's
when
training
he said
you,
that,
brother.
I was dying.
Yeah, fucking what's the lady's name in the Popeyes commercials? That's who's training him.
I
'Cause he's
don't even
getting
think
fat.
he's that big.
Yeah, like,
Jake
'cause
said
he
he's
just-
fat.
I was like, what? But because he's getting fat. Nah, I think Harden.
He
I
has
don't-
definitely
them
put
ankles
on weight.
didn't help him. They did not help him. Like they said, what is the camera adds 10 pounds? It added like 50. So
Man, they had a video
many
24
cameras
hours
in the building?
before of him
Where he
putting up
looked
shots,
skinny.
and I'm like, man, he looks skinny and cut. And then the next day, he in the warm up suit. I'm like, he looks 26 pounds overweight. I'm like,
Zach,
what?
we
the-
watch UFC all the time. Maybe it was one of those type of moments. He hit the
Yeah.
buffet, added some weight overnight.
quick
Get the
add
pound.
weight. Oh my goodness, man, that was tough.
How do we feel about this story though? This James Harden,
He'll never win a championship. I love James, fantastic player.
like
You could tell the type of player he is.
they're talking, you know, oh, he's in Vegas like regularly throughout the season.
It's cool that Rodman did it, but if Jordan, well, actually Jordan did do it. What the fuck am I talking about?
It was cool that Rodman did it.
Jordan's a
looking
winner,
back.
though. I guess I don't know. I don't know because it's like,
Bro,
Harden still was getting 30 and triple doubles.
okay, but if Dennis Rodman tried to do that shit today and it was like
Oh,
addressed
social media.
in the time, we all would be like, Dennis Rodman's fucking wildin'. Fuck him, blah, blah, blah.
When he's
But
going to go
because
get
it happened-
25 rebounds.
But because it happened in 1996 and we didn't talk about it or really even know until 2020, of course it's cool now. There's no way that shit would have flew today.
That shit's not flying today. 100%.
No way.
It's not. I still like him.
What I thought when the whole workouts in Atlanta, in Vegas, and when that whole thing popped, I thought the Houston Rockets are pissed they haven't traded him yet. They're absolutely pissed. His whole stock just went down. Like,
Again.
Who you think leaked it?
I think someone inside Harden's camp, if you really think about it, like
He's just
to me,
trying to
that's
get
what
out
makes
now?
sense because you're trying to get out, and you're
You
like,
don't
I'll
even
get
care.
out because to him,
What about
the
if it's
price
Daryl
doesn't
Morey?
matter for James.
Yeah, I guess it
Yeah, it
doesn't.
could be Daryl Morey burning a bridge, but also wanting to bring him over. You know, he just worked with Daryl.
What bridge does Daryl have?
I mean, what if James doesn't end up in Philly and James ends up gone to some crap team?
But what does that got to do with Daryl Morey being mad at Houston?
Because he doesn't work for them. He got fired.
If I'm Houston, I
But
really
was it
don't.
But now
like
he
that or
leaks
what?
that, and they have to give up their best prize for like less than what. And like they
dude.
just hurt his best. Their best prize is draft stock or trade stock because
Okay.
James Harden's trade stock hurts from that.
But I don't think that Daryl Morey got fired on some like we're mad at you, you did your job poorly stuff. It was like, okay, it didn't work out. Like it's time for me to try go do something different somewhere else. You guys should do something different. Like I'm good, you're good, we're good. And you're making it sound like
you
I
don't
think
think
he
wanted to
was
keep going.
I don't think so. I think he was like, it doesn't really work. And you're over here talking like Daryl Morey was trying to show up to work and they were like, you're out of here, buddy.
Maybe.
Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. I don't know. It just seems aggressive.
Possible. He's someone that has access and knowledge of James Harden like that. So like it's
Daryl Morey definitely knew if this shit is true, he 1000% knew about all of this. Right. Everybody in the front office knew about all of this.
Everybody who worked for the Rockets knew for sure.
Yeah.
Like
I just think it's a problem. But the man still was coming back getting like literally hitting us with generational scoring numbers. Like I get it. He's playing Harden ball though. Like we knock Westbrook for playing like my player basketball, and like the way he gets his numbers is kind of they're great, but they're inflated because of the way he plays. Same thing with Harden, but shit, dude, like it's still amazing. Like I can't really be mad that you was out there turning up, enjoying life, because like ain't that what life is about? Like ain't we supposed to enjoy it? Like this man hit his plateau, he hit the pinnacle and is enjoying life. Like
I'm not giving James a pass. I think it's whack, dude. Like
why? Why is
we
it
talk
whack
about
though,
every leader, every team? We talk about the leader, and like if they're not being leader, we out here on Kawhi's head. Like,
well, it's whack that the dude is
this,
clearly
that, the other.
What's
you're
whack
not
is
doing
that,
this. Like and
I
James,
don't know.
like you're supposed to be the leader of your team, bro. You are the best player there. You're telling everybody you're trying to win championships. Hey, Russ, come play. We're homies. Let's win a championship. And Russ is like, what the is this? This is crazy. Nobody gives a fuck that you're.
I think it's unfair to Russ is one of the people because Russ got a lot of slack for like the lack of success. Always does wherever he goes.
And then we want to talk.
James has a big part in it.
And then we want to talk like, well, shit, but Harden's won a ton. I mean, yeah, he's won a ton of regular season games, but like he's got like
he hasn't really won anything outside. It's just his
and he has a number of like game sevens in like clinching games where he like flat out was just weak. And like we're just gonna be like, nah, it's cool because he like
Harden is just a guy that's
future. Like hell nah, that's weak, dude.
He's just a guy who is all up. I don't know. He's in a way he's just a selfish superstar in a sense. Like he's the guy that he's what we always tried to blame Carmelo for being. It's what we always tried to say Carmelo is. It's honestly what James Harden is the guy who just took all the money and just wants to lead the league in scoring and not really do anything else but just lead the league in scoring
and live a league life.
Yeah, and live a fantastic league life. So it's always what we tried to blame Melo for in a sense, but. You could win with a player like James Harden, but the problem is it looks like his teammates aren't down for that, which who could be down for somebody like that?
I was just about to say, I was like, how could that guy lead your team?
It's different that the guy wants to party, but it's different that like it seems like he's also rubbing his teammates the wrong way as well. Like it's different that this guy wants to party, but he'll still run through a wall for us. It doesn't feel like that.
0%
like,
chance.
James turns up, but when he's here, he's willing to run through a wall for us. I don't feel like they say that. It's like when James comes, he balls out, but it is what it is. Like, so I think that's what's important.
You could win with James as your one. 0%.
I don't think you could.
Because you got to like to win a championship, your leader is so important. Like it's not just about your leader being an elite basketball scorer or player. Like there's so much to it.
Well, he's just so ball dominant.
And looking at this, like beyond that, just looking at this, like I can't trust James Harden to really lead a team through a whole season and like keep guys engaged, keep guys together. Like
in their roles.
All that shit sounds so cliche, but like it's true. Like you need that stuff to be successful late in the season and in the postseason and stuff. And like I could never trust James to be that guy. I can never trust Harden to be that guy anymore after seeing that this is what I mean, he's been in Houston for how long? And this is what he did with that power, like with that responsibility. Like, I can never trust him again. Great basketball player, though. Generational.
You know who, honest, I feel bad for is John Wall. He just got thrown into this mess.
No, but it's going to be over soon because Harden's out. So it's like a whole new regime. So he's going to.
Okay, well, I was enjoying myself in Washington and I got pulled into this bullshit.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But he wanted out. Didn't he say he wanted out of Washington anyways?
No, he never wanted to leave Washington. He said he was working his ass off the whole rehab to bring back the city of Washington. The city of Washington. I'm going to be stupid. The city of Washington, D.C. And they just shipped him and he was upset about it. He was like, ask the franchise. I never wanted to leave.
I think they're going to get rid of Harden soon, though. And it's like he'll just be starting anew.
You definitely going to get your win in that one, Jake. So
I'm saying.
Yeah. Harden's going to move on.
Yeah,
double thumbs up.
I guess the new question is, right, if we all agree like it's a guarantee Harden's moving on, right?
I don't know if it's a guarantee.
The team that he ends up on, let's play like more than likely hypothetical. More than likely he moves on. The team he ends up on, do those guys like want him as a part of that now? Is that going to shake up like possibly good chemistry depending on where he lands? Because he is looked at now as this guy. He's looked at as this guy that's like this like weird party animal guy with like depending on travel and stuff. Like that shit's. I don't know.
Telling me Lou Will
I think of that now, maybe, you know. I don't
want
him near my team. I don't want him near.
You telling me
Clippers.
Lou Will didn't advocate for James Harden?
Wait, Zach, you don't want James Harden near the Clippers?
Not at all. No.
I mean, to think about, like, he doesn't even have to be the one. I just said he can't win as your one, but if James Harden is like 2 or 3, like
I don't need him corrupting I don't need him corrupting the rest of the team, thinking it's
don't
cool.
be that guy, Colin.
Cool to go to the strip club and shit instead of work.
The rest of the team? What are you, a dad?
Yeah, like what? It's a team. It's a group of dudes. Like it's a whole family. It's a group of. It's a team. Like what do you mean? I'd rather have Kawhi's
corrupting.
Kawhi's type of influence.
Men, like
yes. What do you like? This will about to have the newbies and the young guys. Like, oh, it's cool, bro. Like, we could just go party every time we're in Atlanta and Vegas. We ain't gotta work. Like, I don't need none of that in my locker room. I don't need it anywhere near there.
You sounded so tabloidish. They're just gonna be going to the parties. He's gonna corrupt all the rookies.
Baby,
oh my
I don't
God.
even need it near my shit.
He's gonna go down to
I don't want it nowhere near my shit.
The G League players.
I picture James Harden like
nowhere near my
Arenas,
shit.
like James Harden, like all the rookies.
Where's the Clippers G League team?
Agua Dulce, not Agua Dulce, Agua Caliente.
The Agua Caliente.
He's gonna infest those kids too, huh? Keep James away.
Like all the rookies.
The whole operation
got
to be tainted once James steps in, dude.
Walking the office, Lawrence Frank is taking shots now. It's like, what's going on here?
James is drinking liquor. There's guns all over the place. They're rolling dice. Like
that's basically how that sounded. Like, oh my God, it is.
I don't need him in there.
Yeah, it's crazy
fucking with the culture we're trying to build.
Everybody's working out.
My shit.
Security. Why is it a guy with dreads in here and it's a little baby? Like, who is this guy?
Nobody's listening. Anybody. Future's just sitting there drinking lean.
Sir, why? I see no one coughing. Why are they drinking coffee?
Russell Wilson just got checked at the locker room door, and they're like, he has to leave.
No.
Oh, Russell Wilson.
Do you want James Harden on the Clippers?
Future was there. I don't know. I tried to.
I got you.
That's fine.
You're telling me you want James Harden on the Clippers, Jake?
No, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not really like that upset. Like, if somehow the Clippers ended up with James Harden and they didn't have to give up Paul George or Kawhi Leonard, like, I mean, I feel like that could be okay because it's like you're not even the guy. You're just a guy we got. It would be absurd, but this is like a crazy hypothetical.
Where do you realistically think he's going?
Philly.
I don't think he's going.
Philly and Ben Simmons is part of it. That seems like
no, they're not going to give up on that.
I felt like they've been ready to move on from Ben.
No, we think they should, but they're not ready. I don't think.
If I'm Houston,
they're smart. They are
so fast, dog. That's the only way they're getting a superstar back.
100%
from Philly.
Right? I think Houston wants that for sure.
Who? What?
No, he's not.
I don't think it's like
Ben Simmons put that man in freaking Houston by himself with the ball in his hands without having to worry about Embiid clogging the damn middle.
Do you have shooters around him in Houston right now, though? As long as you get some shooters around him. Otherwise,
they do have shooters in Houston. They still got that.
You still gonna have Boogie down there on the block.
Christian Wood.
Boogie can shoot, and Christian Wood can shoot.
So
both of them can shoot.
Boogie and Embiid are like similar package. Like Both can stretch it out to the three.
Boogie shoots way better than Embiid. And Embiid can shoot, but
shoots
Embiid
better. He shoots better, yes.
Embiid can shoot, but Embiid lets the defense off the hook every single time he shoots a three because they can't stop him in the post.
Yeah, I feel the same.
I'm on my Shaq shit.
If he just takes you into the block.
But it's a wasted shot because you can score down there every single time. I can stop you down there. Be dominant.
Did you hear his quote real quick? Did you hear his shit about Anthony Davis? Did you hear him about Anthony Davis? He was like, Anthony Davis is not a big man. Talk to Tim Duncan about that. He's a power forward. He's not the best big man in basketball. No, I kind of feel him because it's like power forwards are a different thing than centers, but today is kind of so positionless. You guys are all bigs because you got fucking PJ Tucker playing a five. Like, miss me with that. Like, are we going to say anything about that? Like, so that's different. But I just wanted to say that in my Shaq voice again because I like
Sports Prophet. What did you say you had this game ending at? 27-24.
Yeah, I said Raiders 27-24.
They are they have the.
I did have one more NBA thing though. Did you guys see the Rudy Gobert shit?
Oh yeah, I'm not done with NBA. I just wanted to ask Zach what he.
Oh, I did want to say that though, but did y'all see that? Because I don't know if that was on our docket.
Rudy Gobert.
I didn't do our homework. Sorry.
I even asked.
You sent it. I didn't even read it.
When we started class, I asked like 3 times. Is what's crazy.
And I didn't even read it either. That's
all three. You said
not on there. But you can bring it up.
Hey Jake, text it to me. I said okay.
Even made fun of you for not including Zach.
Was mad. I didn't even help Zach out with it, and I was like, "You're right. That was kind of fucked up." I didn't say that, but now I think about it, I should have. And now.
Was it on
32 minutes later? No, it was not on there because
leave me alone.
In the last 48 hours has said anything about Rudy Gobert in any chat we have discussed.
Well.
Game, I like to
Rudy
learn.
G's.
Oh, you haven't even heard about it. So Rudy Gobert turned down a max because he wants super max from Utah.
And they were like,
and if you
we don't know,
realize,
Rude.
Utah drafted a center this year and signed a center, so they might already be hedging their bets for Rudy to be trying to be stupid.
If this guy's halfway decent, Rudy, we may go into
like Rudy's a good player to have, but do you really want to?
You know who's gonna give him that?
Rudy Gobert is overrated. The Charlotte Hornets would definitely do that.
No.
Who?
The Kings.
The Kings might.
They might do that actually. Holy shit!
Over there.
Jesus, don't do it. We'll have another big man. No,
that is the
Zach, don't put that energy in the air.
No, I can already see it.
I don't even root for us no more, but that would make me even more mad. That would be fun.
I could totally
I could see
it.
that.
They just locked up the guard. They're looking to lock up a big.
This is way out of field goal range, right? This got to be
De'Aaron
like
Fox is actually really
60-yard field goal.
Yeah, he is. He is nice.
Yeah, that was all I had on that one.
Are we kicking a 60?
So we all have the same expression then, like no supermax for Rudy G, because that
absolutely
was
not. Super on the overrated team. He's the starting center. I tell you every year.
He's still nice though.
I mean, he is, but he is vastly.
Who is
overrated.
his agent letting him turn that shit down?
I mean, overall, it's not really his agent. At the end of the day, it's up to Rudy to put pen to paper.
His agent need to be in his ear and slapping him in the face, like, "Look at me, you're not that good."
I did shed a small tear though, because I did have dreams of seeing Steph Curry and Giannis play together.
Oh no, I didn't go fuck for that.
I did. God, I actually wanted to see that. No. That was gonna be stupid. Like I was ready to see some stupid ass basketball again, because it's already stupid with LeBron and AD. So sorry. Well, if y'all want to cheat, let's cheat with
you
this.
You wanted Giannis on the Warriors?
That's what he said.
I was down for Giannis.
Steph and Giannis.
Are you a closet Warrior fan?
No. But I'm just down to see madness. I like madness. If they already created madness with AD, fan. No, I'm a Steph fan. I like Steph because it's effortless. But no, I'm not a closet Warrior fan at all, brother.
We'll see.
No, but I like Steph.
Keep this around for.
I am definitely gonna advocate for Steph all season. So yes, if you think I'm a Warrior fan because I like Steph, I guess so.
What do we think of the Giannis extension?
I think it's great for the league, honestly.
Fantastic for the league.
It's like
elaborate. Everyone keeps saying that, but like break it down a little further for me. Everyone keeps saying it's so good for the league.
It's like okay.
It's the opposite of what LeBron does.
It's like in Anthony Davis and like everybody else who just left and went to go play, which is their right. Like you might be from Los Angeles. So yes, Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, who is from not Los Angeles, he is from Riverside, but you know what I mean, Southern California. and your team from where you grew up, where all your family is like, hey, come play for us, which is what you always thought of in your freaking driveway. You didn't think you were on the team across the country. You thought you were on whoever was probably local. Right? So when everybody keeps leaving, every small market team feels defeated. And then Giannis was like, I'm not even from America, bro. I'm from Greece. So I'll rock with whoever. Bang. Signed him.
And I think that's most important because, like, if you look at everybody moving around, because it has a lot to do with the AAU culture, which Giannis has nothing to do with. He's not from here. So he has no idea. But, well, obviously has an idea about it, but he wasn't a part of it. So he's not used to having to play. One, he didn't grow up playing with all of his peers. So none of these guys are his friends. Like, if you see when he works out, he only works out with his brothers in the offseason. So Giannis isn't the guy looking to find friends like that. So he was content with staying where he's at. So I think it was fantastic for the league for the sense that it keeps the small markets alive. It keeps the East competitive. Because, like, if I did get him over to Warriors land, that would have been bad for basketball because now – the East is really uncompetitive now, and then you got the West all heavy.
David Griffin stoked about this when he saw that because he was like, hopefully it rubs off on Zion. Mark Cuban stoked on it. Hopefully that rubs off on Luka. He doesn't want to.
Luka's never leaving there, dude.
I don't think so either. I think Luka's locked up there too. But just you never really know either. But you really don't ever know, you know.
I can't see Luka ever.
I agree. But these are just people who
right
are
after
like,
Dirk. Like that shit is set, and that was just like.
And Cuban got it, and Cuban saw it.
Back to our conversation about aligning, Jake. That one aligned. That was
a good conversation, man. We got to,
it's a whole.
We got to get back. We got to get back into that one day.
Whole different show. I'll change the lighting for that one again.
I love it. This is the reason I love the Giannis.
But Jake, Zach. I'm sorry, other twin. Zach, what do you feel about it?
The reason why I love it so much, I'm not even a big Giannis guy. You guys know this. Like, I started the campaign in the bubble, Luka over Giannis as like the next face. Like, I'm not a big Giannis guy, but obviously I don't think he's weak. I love it because I don't have to hear about Giannis to the Lakers, Giannis to the Warriors, Giannis to here, Giannis to there. Every Twitter putting up some corny edited Jersey picture and shit. Like, I'm so glad that Giannis was like, no, we're not doing none of that. He didn't want the red carpet treatment from the league. He didn't want everyone, at all the stadiums having all the fans, please sign here, Papa, please come save us, please. Oh, please, Giannis. Like, he didn't care for none of that. He's like, I want to get it over with. I want to be somewhere. I want to be here. I want to go. I appreciate that. I respect that. Like, that's really cool.
I know Milwaukee was popping bottles on that man.
Budenholzer was like, whoo, I got a job for a minute.
Like, they went out and was like, turned up when that man signed. I don't blame him.
I was never sold that he would sign it. Like, I was never sold that he would just go to Milwaukee. Like, I thought there was so much opportunity elsewhere for him.
How good this man really is and how good he still can be. And that's important. How good he still can be.
Yeah, like, I agree.
He has not reached the ceiling. I'm sick of people saying, like, acting like Giannis is somebody that has reached the ceiling. He's young. He's one of those guys who literally every time he touches a basketball, he's like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. And it's going to just keep being that way. He's going to continue to grow his game. Even if he can't end up being a great jump shooter, it won't matter. The dude is going to continue to grow his game. I'm not worried about Giannis. Like, Milwaukee, enjoy what you got, man. Like, what is it, 5 years?
5 years, super maxito.
I don't know if they brought him enough, though. I love Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, but I feel like they didn't bring him a two. But he has two third options, which maybe
I don't think this Bucks team. I think we talked about this last week, or maybe I was talking about it on Xbox with someone. I don't think this Bucks team that is constructed right this second is a walk into the Eastern Conference Finals, like, at all.
They're better than the last Bucks team, though.
Yeah, maybe. I think they're similar. I don't think they're that much better.
They needed Bogdan. Man, not getting him really hurt.
It hurt. It took it back a little bit. Like, I mean, they improved obviously with Drew, better shooter, like defending guard. I get all that.
Well, no, they had got Drew. Yeah. Wasn't all of them on the team? Wasn't it supposed to be all of them? Wasn't Bogdan supposed to be there on top of Drew Holiday?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, they still made some improvements, but like without Boggs, like, damn.
But they also
was like an extra
Dante.
Little. That would have been nice.
They also was able to keep Dante, who could be just as good as Bogdan if he
reciting. Oh shit.
Hey.
Yeah, she doesn't always come through. Usually only get a chance.
Anyways.
He's right here too.
I liked it. But yeah, I don't know if that team's. I think the East is like the top of the East is very like close to each other. I would probably say like the top four, not much separates that top four 4 or 5 in the East, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That Nets, Philly, Boston, Toronto, Milwaukee, like all those teams are kind of similar in strength. I think probably Nets and Celtics have a slightly better than them. I left out the Heat, but I think they're in that mix too. I think those two are kind of a little bit ahead, in my opinion, going into the season.
I mean, it's hard for me to picture the East, Zach. I'm not gonna lie to you, and the Bucks not being the East Finals. Like, I think it was a shock that they didn't do it last year. I think it would be a shock again this year.
Be a shock if the Heat did it again. I know that.
Yeah, although I think the Heat are like on the map now. I think they deserve respect, and like I'm gonna continue to put them at the top of the East until something shows me otherwise.
Top 14, but I don't think they're an Eastern Conference Final team. Same with Toronto.
To me, they're gonna have to get hot though. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I think the 3 best teams in the East, just quickly, is Brooklyn, Toronto, and Boston.
I'm huge on Boston. I think Boston.
I don't think Boston is as good as they were last year.
Ooh.
Who did they lose? I said Milwaukee. I said Milwaukee, right? Because that's definitely one of them. Okay.
I feel like they were already thin at center, and they lost probably their best center.
They go small. Like when
they
lost Cantor.
Cantor ain't shit. Cantor ain't.
Dice or Diaz. He's kind of poo-poo, but
Cantor ain't shit. That's crazy.
I like Cantor, actually. I've always been a good
Cantor.
Cantor. Anyways, the other extension that happened was PG. Thoughts? I mean,
they got Tristan Thompson now. They're solid at center. That's way better than. That's way bigger upgrade. They don't need him to score. They got scorers. They need to play defense.
Wait a second. Rebound. Tristan Thompson is an upgrade from Enes Kanter?
1,000%.
Yeah. I mean, depending on like how you run, and like them, they like to run smaller. Like he just fits better as opposed to this blocky, rebounding Cantor who can't get up and down the floor with what they like to do.
Cantor doesn't even rebound well. He's just an offensive rebounder. Like because he's always out of position on defense. He's a fantastic offensive rebounder.
Yeah, he's like one of the best.
But he's always out of position on defense, so that affects him on defensive rebounding. And he's just not he's not what I need. For that team, they got a bunch of scorers. They don't need their big man to score. They need him to play defense and be greedy and set screens, which Tristan Thompson can do. So, yeah. Real quick
so
on that, my bad.
So, no, you're good. The PG extension also happened. He was getting toasted a few days before he signed it because he was saying, I want to be a Clipper for life.
And then they toasted him for signing it, and they toasted the Clippers.
He's low-hanging fruit. Paul George, anything is getting toasted. Does not matter what happens. He's low-hanging fruit right now. I mean, I'm stoked on it. I'm glad the Clippers pulled the trigger. I'm glad that the Clipper front office like didn't feed into like what the current Paul George narrative is.
They couldn't. They had to sign Paul.
They know it's false. The current
that and at the same time, like we talk about market.
Gave up so
he doesn't
much.
probably have a market. Like he doesn't really have a market either. Like you had to sign Paul after what you given up for him as well. You had to make this deal happen.
Blessed that Paul George signed with you is how I feel. Like, yeah, the Clippers had to make that move, but like
I think both can be true. By the way, keep going, Jake. But I think both can be true.
Like,
I agree.
The Clippers are lucky right now. Like they're winners. It wasn't like I don't know. I feel like the vibe around it is like, well, they had to do something with him. Like, I guess. Like, well, yeah, no shit. He's like top 10 in the fucking league. Like
15 after what he did. But yes, he's
like, whoa, dude. Like, and it's like, I guess the Clippers are stuck with Paul George for the next 5 years. They can't get out of that shit. And I'm like, fuck. Sign me
Both
up.
can be true. Both can be true.
I'm like, sign me the fuck up. Like, to me, it's great news.
I feel that actually.
I do think it's great news. Go ahead, Terrence. You're gonna say what I was gonna say. Go ahead.
Nah, I agree with Jake, but
Terrence is right.
Time, like, you
have to sign him, Jake. Look what you hedged. Look what you hedged. You gave.
I like hearing I'm right. Keep going.
Shea, everything. Look what we gave to OKC. We gave up so much. Like you can't give up on that after 1 year and just trade him or not sign him and let him possibly walk. Like,
just think if he does purpose? Just straight walks.
Think if he just walks. Like, what was the purpose of doing all that? To let him filter out after 2 years, succumb to the media, and just let him walk? Like that would have been the biggest flop in front office history. So like, to a sense, yes.
They let him walk is my thing. Like, how would that ever come across?
Because right now the narrative is red arrow down. It's not green arrow up for Paul George. Even though we're optimistic about the new season, we're happy he signed the contract. Seems like he's in a better place. Cleared the air. He did all those things, but the ball hasn't been rolled out yet this year, and it's red arrow down.
To go from the shoulders,
and it's not green arrow up. And so that's why I'm saying there is that sense of a feeling of like, shit, we are stuck with this guy. Like there's a little bit of that at the beginning, and that's fair to feel that and to kind of see it that way, I think.
I think it's crazy to me. I think it's crazy. Absolutely absurd.
You also wear that hat every week on this podcast. Like you look at it through a slightly different lens.
I guess maybe
says the other guy who looks through the same lens.
No, I'm not looking at it. I'm looking at it extremely fair. I understand when people say like, well, you're stuck with him. I'm like, yeah, because the perception right now is like he's on the decline of a superstar. I'm optimistic he turns it around this year. Absolutely. I'm like you said, Jake, I'm happy. Sign me up. I wanted the Clippers to make this move. But you can't tell me after looking at his first full year as a Clipper and looking at how it ended, you can't tell me that there isn't a reason for some people to look at it as I like to say, like a stock market, red arrow down.
Do you think him and Doc got along? And two, do you think him and Doc now need to catch the fade?
After everything that's gone on,
they got beef
like,
for sure. After everything that's said, they for sure don't like each other.
I feel like there was definitely beef from like the whole thing about Doc's daughter that has always been a thing. I think that's definitely like some resentment pent up.
Shit. I forgot about that.
And I feel like that already made everything awkward. And then like they were just probably like incredibly passive aggressive to each other.
It feels like a relationship that was very passive aggressive and just got worse over the course of the season.
And couldn't wait to be over.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But it's like, why did you come and
bumping into each other in the hallways,
like,
aggressively but not unaggressive at the same time? Oh, my bad.
What did Devin Hester say about Jay Cutler? Like when you see each other in the hallway, pull out your phone and look down. Like that type of relationship. Like yes, say to each other.
Exactly.
That was music to my ears. I was like, yeah, burn it all down.
I still love Jay. But he is a loser. But I love him.
He is a tough human being to mesh with.
Who'd you guys rather have, Jay Cutler or Mitch Trubisky quarterback your team?
Mitch.
Jay
Cutler's a better guy.
Jay Cutler.
As much as I hate Mitch, you could work with him.
I get prime Jay, like
nagging him or
year.
What. Like, but he is a better guy than him though. Like that's why I can work with him.
Do I get Jay's best year? Like,
yeah, Jay's best years. Like the year Jay Torres, before the year all the way up until
both
Jay
their Pro Bowl years. They both been to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah,
I want that year. I want that Jay. I'll take that Jay.
You get 2018 Mitch, and you get like what was that?
Like 2012.
2012 Jay Cutler.
Shit, I watched
2011, 2012 Jay Cutler.
That throwing drill though.
I'll take Smoking Jay.
Anyways,
I gotta take Cutler as well.
Yeah, back to the hardwood. Opening day's coming, boys. It's around the corner.
I'm excited. Anybody here been watching any preseason? Or I'm sure you have, but like, you know, like how intensely are you watching it, or is it background noise?
Man, dude, I have a heart attack every time I see Bol touch the floor. So
I know. It turns like everybody shut up.
I been watching? Yes. You ain't seen the 7-foot unicorn? So everybody talking about.
Of course. Who hasn't? How can you miss him?
That ain't the unicorn. He ain't coming up the court like this. I had never seen Porzingis like that. I would just hit my hand like a fractured fingernail. But y'all ain't never seen that. Porzingis never came up the court like that. Bull take it off the glass like 7'5". Come up, pull up. What? Come on, man.
He's really a mix.
Check that in my
Porzingis and KD. It's pretty crazy. I feel like that's like the two people he got combined to make.
I know he's not as good as I'm hyping this dude, but damn, unleash it and let me see what I'm looking at. Like, quit playing with me.
No, he is gonna. I think he's a problem waiting to happen in the league.
He's definitely getting burned this year.
What he can do for his size is just weird. Like no one at his position can really guard him when he gets in transition.
Because he did get hurt in college, and they're building him up. Because if he is what we think,
he's getting burned though this year. You're gonna get burned this year from him.
Yeah, but I still don't think it's gonna be the burn we want. The amount of minutes we want.
Absolutely not.
Which is probably smart because they really are building him up to become this monster. Because just think if they can get him and Jokic to be able to play together, dude, that is terrifying. And then Michael Porter Jr., that's like 7 foot across the board. That's insane.
How do you even pass? Like, where's there a passing lane?
Don't. Like, that's crazy.
So I also had this thought today when Terrence sent the Bowl greatness. Looking at it, I told Brenda, who I also bounce crazy stuff off of all day, I said, part of me feels like the Nuggets are going to be kind of like what the Warriors did to the Clippers before when it was Lob City. Everyone thought Clippers were taking over the NBA, right? Like that was the next wave.
Sick in the fucking head.
I love it.
And then the Warriors came out of left fucking field and just ripped the NBA and stole all of the shit that the Clippers thought they were going to do to the NBA. All of that glory and fame. Warriors grabbed it and became one of the best nights I've ever seen. And like a part of me looks at what the Nuggets are doing and how well they draft, how well they coach, how well they construct everything. They're not cycling through stars.
Jokic
they haven't
and
gone through
Murray
another
locked up.
phase. They got their guys locked up. Their coach is fantastic. Front office is as good as anybody's in basketball. I'm like, what if the Nuggets go and just rip it from the Clippers like we thought? Like, what if they end up being like the next contender to everybody? Like, I don't know, call it whatever you want, but that thought, I had that conversation today. I had that conversation today, and it scared me to death.
Everybody thinks the Lakers are going to run off the next 2-3 championships, and it could really be Denver creating this franchise.
I think there's possibly that spark there. I don't know if it comes to fruition. I don't know if they are that good.
I don't think this year.
I'm just saying,
but it's coming.
And it helps that they always get to ride in. Look at the splash they made in the bubble, and they're riding into this year somehow unheard of, like overlooked again. They're overlooked. I've heard more about Portland this offseason than I've heard about Denver. They're always overlooked. And the Warriors, when they had Mark Jackson and they just couldn't get over that hump.
Game time.
But it was like all this Lob City. The Warriors were always overlooked coming in, and like they just were able to just sweep in and take it over. And a part of me feels like there's that same type of thing happening in Denver where everyone's overlooking them. You think that's not the team to do it. And then before you know it, whoosh, what if they just sweep in there and become the contender?
I like that.
I thought
Portland,
of it today.
the reason why is
Dame time. Scared me to death.
Never doubt Dame. Portland is always going to be brought up for that man. So Dame time is why everyone talks about him. You see what we talk about bubble performances. Look what that man did in a bubble with no wing defenders. Like they had no one to even try to guard LeBron, and Dame tried his hardest.
I can't believe even as a Clipper fan, Zach, you would even put that in the fucking ether.
I thought of it.
I'm sorry. Your heart out of it, Jake, and look at it. Open your eyes.
That's fair.
Use your common sense.
That's fair, but Zach shouldn't be putting that shit into the universe to happen and exist. That don't need to be happening.
Been me. It should have been me.
Yes, it should have been you.
I've been said it. I've been on that Denver hype. So.
Apparently, and
I'm late to
it. I wasn't there. I was there too early for them to be my Nuggets, but Terrence arrived just in time to be Terrence's Nuggets. So
you were early, dude. Beat it.
I was too early. I was too early to be a fan.
You was there.
They weren't expecting applications.
Anthony Carter, dude. You was there with the J.R. Smith team. Beat it.
I think Carlson
was there with Rashawn Leonard
completed
and Birdman.
What I said.
You was too early.
I was there at
Gallinari
9-2 in the season. That was too early. But when Terrence popped in at 47-20 or whatever, it was like, well, you're good. Come over.
That was years ago. You was with the Chris Anderson.
Zach over here, who watched it happen in front of us, watched the Warriors just go be awesome and us do what we did with Houston. Just decided to think of that and put it.
This guy's hurt.
You're just what's.
It can't, dude. I can't help what goes up in here.
It's a safe space here.
I can't help how this analyzes. This analyzes like a computer. Okay, I see the footage. I see the stuff happen in front of me, and I can't control what comes out of here, dude.
So
I'm sorry.
I'm just happy to see the growth, Zach.
I'm
just happy.
I don't have my heart up here, Jake. I'm looking at this shit logically.
I'm just happy for the growth, man.
Tell me where I was wrong, Jake. Tell me which part of it didn't make sense to you.
Speaking of logic, the score of the game is 27-24. Oakland, just kidding. Las Vegas Raiders.
They just scored.
I'm telling you.
They scored a field goal and only left the Chargers
24-17, 24-17 midway through the fourth quarter, and I looked at you guys. I said Raiders 27-24. Did I say it or I say it?
I mean, you said that. That might have been
That was about an hour and a half ago. Where are we an hour and a half later?
It was honestly like 47 minutes ago. It wasn't even an hour and a half ago. It was like 45 minutes ago.
That's crazy. Okay. Things we're looking forward to opening night. One thing.
Not
opening night itself. Opening 2 nights. First games coming in. Opening of the season. A couple things we're looking forward.
One thing I'm looking at is I just saw everything about Tyronn Lue. My eyes will be on Tyronn Lue for the opening because he's basically their biggest signing is Tyronn Lue for the Clippers. So
Interesting.
I will be looking at everything associated with him.
I like that. I think it's tough to look at a coach that early. I think we need a body of work.
No, of course. No,
I
it's
like
not
it.
like
I
I'm
like
going to
it.
make any assessments like right away off it, but he is going to be my focal point. Like
This is coming from Zach, who said he needs 5 games.
You need 5 games from the Phoenix Suns, but I can't look at Tyronn Lue.
Completely different. Completely different. Completely different. Okay. We don't talk about the Suns in their first 5 games until I give my take. Okay. No, just kidding. Terrence, what you looking for early?
Wardell Curry, man. I'm trying to see what Steph's looking like, man.
That's
See
a good
if he
one.
comes
looking
out.
solid in the preseason.
The jumper is looking effortless, so I'm excited to see that. He's good for basketball, man.
Yeah, he's amazing for the sport. He changed the entire culture, the entire way it's played. He's great for it. I agree. I think
As
both of
corny
those are
as it
definitely
is,
on
he
my
makes
early-
it feel like anybody could hoop. Like not
Man,
anybody could
so
jump out
corny,
the
but
gym,
so
but
true.
you could shoot the shit out the ball. Anybody could shoot it. Just you can't shoot it like him unless you work your ass off. But it makes it
Even
feel
then.
realistic. Exactly. Like I don't think nobody could shoot like that, brother. But it is what it is. But I'm definitely excited to see Steph. There's a lot of other things I'm excited for, but that looks fire.
Wow.
What is that?
Is a-
Drop what it is.
from the elote man down outside.
Sick.
I'm waiting for mine to come through my door, but fuck.
I think Brendan just Uber Eats this from like the little Mexican dessert spot down the street. Wow, that is a vanilla, like snow cone. Rispado is its technical term. Wowzers.
I don't even have
Yeah, I
it
don't.
available.
Your guys must have got lost en route. That's crazy.
It's kind of wild.
Working from home. I love both of your guys' picks. I would say those are probably 2 things I'm looking forward to.
Oh,
To
what's
me,
that? Oh, wait,
and
no,
this
it's
is
nothing.
this is a shock. I never thought this would be something I was looking into beginning of season, but like John Wall and Boogie look really good to me. So that's like something I'm kind of focused in on. Like, how good do they look to me? And is that going to help Houston win more games than I think?
I also meant to say this earlier that Harden ain't about to come in there. Everybody want to talk about bad team. He ain't coming in there and
Oh my
talking no
God.
shit to those 2 dudes, though. Like Boogie and John Wall are not about to have none of that.
Did the Raiders just lose?
I think they're about to lose. I just looked back and Herbert's on the one. Anyways,
They
Jake,
just
be
dropped a
quiet with
dime.
that.
I'm so
I
sorry.
agree, Terrence.
Oh,
Harden's
that's
not-
horrible.
Harden's not going to come in there and just be on bullshit. I agree.
Like he's gonna party and do what he does. Like that's just who he is. But he's not about to be like disrespectful to none of his teammates. At least not to those 2.
Has he ever done that before? I mean,
I don't
we
think
just
so,
found out
but-
about this, right? We just found out about this, and he's been great.
Yeah, but I'm just saying if that is the perception, that ain't gonna be with those 2. So, and he's gonna play hard as well. Like if he is still in Houston, those guys are gonna compete, and those guys are gonna.
Oh, James
him
Harden
wanna play
loves to
hard.
play hard and loves to hoop. Like obviously getting 30-point triple doubles, with a gut full of fucking Red Bull vodka, but like,
James Harden ain't drinking no Red Bull vodka. You out of your mind. That ain't his
talking about
drink.
he's got to be lively the next day. Of course,
That
he's drinking Red Bull
1942 is what
vodka.
that man is.
Yeah, that 1942 or something, but he ain't out no Red Bull
Azul, he
vodka.
also
Who does he
heavy
look like
shit.
to you? Come on.
No,
He's not
gotta be
Stephanie at spring break. Get out of
Got to
here.
be lively the next day, so you got to have the Red Bull.
Wow, that is delicious. Anyway, no one else thinks Boogie and J Wall look good? Or am I tripping? I thought they
I
looked
can't
like
find
way
he's
better than I
drinking
thought.
right here.
I can't buy any stock on it, Zach. I won't lie to you.
Another one also on there for me, and I'm sure
This is probably what he's thinking right here.
Expensive
Absolutely.
alcohol. Look at the Google search. Expensive
Yeah,
alcohol.
yeah. Just easy Google search. Expensive alcohol.
this is the shit he on.
God damn, boy! $2,000 bottle, $4,000. You didn't see Paradise?
I also
25,000.
think
25,000. That bourbon right there. Look, 25,000.
$25,000 bourbon.
Look at that. Look at
Christ.
that. $25,000
$50K bourbon right here. Some $50K whiskey,
A Balvenie,
bro.
bro. How would you even drink? Like, how do you even drink it? When?
Bro,
would
that
you
I
do
better
it right?
be lit off one shot, like
It's not about being
Uncontrollably
lit when
lit.
it's that expensive. It's not about being
Then
lit.
why do it? It's
It's like about being exclusive.
Add to cart. How can something be $50,000 and you just press add to cart?
let's do it.
Oh
You guys
yeah,
wanna split it?
just take that out of my debit card. $50,000.
All right,
Add
do
to
the terms.
cart. What add to cart checkout at 50K.
I'm trying to see what the shipping is. Like, how much is shipping? This shit's like $10.99.
Do I get free shipping with a $50,000 bottle?
I don't get free shipping. I was about to say, what the fuck? I just paid $50,000 for this bottle of whiskey. I don't get free shipping.
That's funny as shit. That's what Hardy be drinking, huh? 50K whiskey.
No,
That
he
is
drinks
lit.
Red Bull vodka.
Natty Ice. Natty Lights and shit.
This whole thinks it's Daphne on spring break with
He
Red Bull
drinks Red Bull
vodka. What is going on, dude?
Does the fucking,
Can I get a vodka pineapple?
He does the
Yeah,
shots. The shots
splash of
that
Red
come
Bull.
out of the syringe. The big, they come
Dash
in a
of Red
bucket.
Bull.
He does
the
that
blue
shit.
one, please.
Let's touch on football real quick. As always, though, let me squeeze this in there. 5starvintage.com sponsors this podcast, baby. All your cool. It is holiday season. Are you wanting some cool stuff for your friends, retro gear, anything like that? 5starvintage.com. Go there. I promise you'll find something tight for the person you love for the holidays. Promo code the other team, 15% off your next order. Or starvintage.com. Go ahead and get that in there. Okay. So, football. Pigskin.
Here.
Besides the Raiders collapsing in our background all episode,
Did anybody just see what the fuck this game is ridiculous?
Jacob wrote down a few games. He wrote down 3 games from this past week. Colts, Raiders, because they're collapsing, as we said at the season. Browns, Ravens, Bills, Steelers. They literally just lost the game. Raiders just lost the game. Biggest story for you from the football week.
Biggest story to me, the biggest story. The best game was the Monday night game, by the way. That game was crazy. And then the best story was the Steelers Bills. The Bills actually might legitimately be a Super
The
Bowl.
Bills are nice, dude. Josh Allen is nice. They need to go back and ask Jalen Ramsey how he feels, because that boy said he was ass, and it is the complete opposite. He might be the best quarterback out of that draft. No, he was with
I was
Mahomes.
just thinking that.
Well, who was in that draft?
That's a year before Mahomes.
Okay, I was gonna say
That's
let
the
me not say
Carson
nothing
Wentz
stupid.
draft.
Is it? That's
What?
not the Carson Wentz draft.
What draft?
Josh Allen and
wasn't
Carson
Carson
Wentz,
Wentz.
same draft.
Same draft.
Okay, what's the quarterbacks then? Because is that the Lamar Jackson draft?
No, Lamar Jackson, Sam Darnold draft.
All right, so who's the quarterbacks in Josh Allen's class? Is that Josh Rosen in them?
Josh Allen. No, Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen are the same draft.
Oh yeah. All right, then tell me. Tell me.
Josh
like I'm a third
Allen.
grader.
Josh Allen, Carson Wentz. Who else was in there?
Here, I'll tell you right now.
Thank you, sir.
Baker Mayfield's probably in that draft.
Who was the number one pick that year? Wentz was that Baker?
Baker Mayfield, I think.
They took they should have took Wentz. Wentz is nice, man. It's just a fucked up situation. If they really shot, his contract is fat. Never mind.
Sorry, this Google search is taking too long.
Bears though should definitely look at Carson Wentz stuff. They're trying to move him. Like they should definitely think about doing that.
Alrighty, 2018 NFL draft. Quarterbacks, Baker number 1 overall. Josh Allen goes 7. Sam Darnold's 3rd in that draft.
Oh, same draft.
So Lamar Jackson's in this draft. That's what I thought.
Hold on. The next QB after that, I'm sorry, is not. It's Lamar Jackson. It is not the Carson Wentz draft. So you have Baker, Sam Darnold, Josh Allen.
So Carson Wentz
Lamar
is the year before that.
Jackson.
He's 17.
Yeah, Carson Wentz is the year before that.
So what is that one?
Those are the 3 guys in the first round.
In 17?
Sam Baker, Sam are 4 guys. Sam Darnold, Baker, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Easily the best quarterback, I think, right now.
He's definitely the best
out of
one in
that
that.
draft.
He's definitely the best one.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
crazy to say easily like that. How we feel like so confident because
I
Lamar
want to
has
say
an MVP.
easily, but he's definitely the best one. But Lamar
Zach is right. That is crazy though, Zach, because Lamar does have an MVP.
Yeah.
And we're all
But
like, no, I'm taking
He
Josh Allen
struggled.
tomorrow.
But at the same time, I do want to pump the brakes on his struggling. Like
isn't struggling to
didn't
a
live-
crazy extent. Like they're still winning games. He's still making plays.
Struggling
He's
to
still
get to the
making
bathroom.
throws, but like didn't. But
That's actually really funny.
like man, I just feel like it's some bullshit hatred towards him because it's like he's still winning games. Like they're still getting it done. Is it the best way possible? No, but until they're
that game
losing
might have been
games,
game of the year.
yeah. And then the fact that this dude comes down in fourth down and rolls out the pocket, throws a dime after taking a shit. Like, dude, you're amazing. Like that was lit. And then didn't they get the 2-point conversion right after that?
I don't know if there's anything Lamar Jackson can tell me to change my mind to think that he was not in there
Yeah, no.
taking a poopy doopy.
That boy was in there for a minute though.
I mean, I didn't know how else to put that.
He was in there for a while. Like
Digesting food.
that's one of those
you
where you got to
How he
shower.
waddled
after.
back out? Like that's what I'm saying. I figured you were in there,
I
took
mean,
a shower,
maybe
somehow
they
waddled
got
back out.
Maybe
I'm
they
like,
got a
what?
bidet in there, and it was still.
Maybe that's what
wet.
took so long. Is that like he had to shower real quick? He had to wash his ass.
This man.
Hardball's like, where's Lamar? Lamar is
said
currently in the shower.
He had explosive. Had to shower. Our season's on the line, and my diarrhea was so explosive I had to
Coach,
shower.
Coach,
Um,
I couldn't have made no throws with it running down my leg.
Look,
Coach. I had to shower.
we're out here with fucking who was that backup? Who was
Trace
it?
McSorley, the pride of
Trace-
Penn State, brother.
Had to sacrifice
fucking
his ACL.
Poorly tearing an ACL, season slipping away, and you're telling me this man's shit was so aggressive he had to shower?
What's amazing is they had
Yeah,
nobody
yes.
behind Chase.
That's how crazy-
If Lamar doesn't get back out there in time, who plays quarterback?
Look, it's
what
one
were
thing,
they gonna do?
It's one thing if you're in your house and you're like, that was bad. I should shower. Okay, let's do that. But
You know how much worse it is to do that and then go pull your pants back up and have to go sweat, Jake? That's horrible.
but
That's
it's
a
the
horrible
fourth
situation.
quarter. If you just go win the game, like with taking care of
No.
it. Look, you're taking care of it, but then you're like, well, fuck it, I gotta be back in here real quick to shower. Like
That's
he was
where-
like, the season, I'm willing to miss the playoffs because it was like,
That's where I use my emergency card to where it is just a game. At the end of the day, my man, this is just a game.
Lamar never makes the playoffs again. He's like, that 2020 team, I really felt like we had it, but I shit my pants in the fourth quarter.
It's just a game, dog. I'm not playing with
I
his
know.
pants full of shit, man.
That year
Like, I
after
can't
the
make no
Super
throws.
Bowl, I would have won after the MVP.
Just imagine
would've
getting
won.
tackled and like, that's out. Like, you don't want to have to fall on your ass. It's squishy, man. No, that's out, dog.
Baker
That's
Mayfield
out.
goes on to be the best quarterback of all time, and Lamar Jackson's on his porch like, I had Baker. We was going toe to toe Monday Night Football, but I shit my pants in the fourth quarter.
It's funny though, because Baker said it was like a movie. But it did, dude.
My uncle
Dude, as a
texted me when
freaking-
McSorley, as soon as McSorley hurt his knee, my uncle texted me and said he's gonna come out the locker room like Jesus and win this game. and like literally the
Uncle
next
Donnie
play,
said that to you?
yeah. And then literally like the next camera shot is like this dude jogging out of the locker room. And then like the very next snap of the football is like a movie, like immediate roll out of the pocket, everyone collapses, loft it to the end zone touchdown. And I'm like,
Loft. Oh,
Uncle
don't
Jake-
shortchange it. Now's a dime.
and then my
He's
uncle
wide
texts
open.
me, he goes, yeah,
He was
that's
wide open,
Jesus. And I'm like, yeah, that was Jesus at work. Like, that's God. Like, what is that,
That shit was
dude?
so
Like,
funny.
like the whole defense just collapses. No one cared about
He's gotta
assignments.
run it.
It was like, he's running. Like, I was like, no, he's not. Like, it's fourth down. We were just losing track of receivers. Like, oh, man.
wasn't
that whole
Hollywood,
thing
right?
was crazy.
Yeah,
it was
because-
Hollywood. He was
which
the
is
GOAT
funny
of the game, and then he
because
turned a
he's-
hero.
Yeah. Man,
Lose
he
the
was in
fastest man on the
doghouse.
field. How do you do that?
He had like 4 drops, and his only ability is like take the top off and go over the
That's
top.
why I
and
keep
lose
telling people,
him.
pump
Like,
the
what are we
brakes on
doing?
Lamar. Like,
Fantastic.
these guys
play,
can't
absolutely.
catch. Like, don't you need receivers that can actually catch the football? Isn't that kind of what receivers are supposed to do? I may be crazy here, but I thought that's what
I
you're
believe
supposed
that
to do.
is their main job description for tight ends and receivers, is to catch the ball when thrown to them.
Okay, so I feel like.
So with
3
that being
weeks-
said, yeah, the Ravens don't have any of those.
None of them.
Like, they don't have any. of those.
I would have told you 3 weeks ago, like John Gruden thing, totally looking great. What a
It
sign.
still is.
Coach of the year.
Coach of the year, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm looking at it and I'm like, they're gonna miss the playoffs again.
What did I call him in the group chat today?
What? Oh yeah, you called them the West Coast Bears.
100%.
And I'm like,
100%.
I mean, I still do believe in John Gruden, but it's like crazy how 3 weeks ago I was like, yeah, this guy really nailed it. He's right back. Caught right back up to football, didn't he? And now I'm like, kind of feels like it's the same old Raiders.
We talked about Derek Carr
Hasn't
MVP
changed
race.
it. You guys talked about.
Oh no! Stop.
I still like Derek Carr. He's not a bum.
No. I never swayed into MVP. I swayed into he's better than I thought.
Okay, cool. We can.
You know who both fooled us this year?
Still want Jared Goff. And I took some
Two
flack
guys fooled us this year.
that.
Derek Carr fooled us early on, and so did Ryan Tannehill. He fooled us as well.
Yeah, I still think Tannehill's actually kind of good, though. I'm not going to lie. I kind of like Houston a lot, or Tennessee.
We had that guy MVP talks like, if you look at his numbers in the last few weeks,
he looking like
Patrick
Mahomes.
Mahomes. It's like, we know he's not Mahomes, but it was like his numbers are fantastic right now. It's like, this dude's a game manager.
We did do that.
And that shit off to Derrick Henry.
Guilty.
We did that.
I'm guilty for sure.
I did that.
Hey, Big Z just having a feast.
Man, who remembers when he got it like 11 minutes ago? It was like this tall, and now it's like scraping the bottom.
I didn't want it to melt. You know, I got electronics outside to take the top off real quick.
He's like,
now we're good.
If you just
guys
put it
is
upside
slicey. You gotta
down,
take the top off.
it'll all leak. All of it from the side will come to the bottom. I'm like, Jesus, just give it a rest, dude.
Fuck, you guys are funny, man. Yeah,
but it's kind of crazy though, because like the Ravens don't know how to get receivers, and I'm starting to understand like certain franchises just aren't equipped at being able to find any talent.
I told
at
you
certain
that
positions. Yeah, because like if you look at the Bears, they've never had a quarterback
ever,
and it's going to continue to be that way. So yeah, that's my
But I
daily
mean,
fuck the Bears.
I
take.
think Mitch deserves a small token of gratitude and respect. I'm gonna say it right
No,
now.
why?
He's played well. He's played well since he came back. Very well.
It doesn't matter. It's the fact that your franchise doesn't know a quarterback if they punched him in the face. They took him 2 overall over 2 guys that are
out of
going
his
to
control
be in the Hall of Fame. It's out of his control. So what? It doesn't
and guess
matter.
what?
Life
You
is
got
unfair.
the matchup you've been waiting for. The guy that we passed on. We passed on Deshaun Watson, and he was better than Deshaun Watson the entire game. All game, he played better than that man.
Okay, but
that man has an intern
outside.
coach.
I don't care, man. Everyone wanted that matchup. Everyone, over 60% of the public took the Texans because they circled that matchup. Okay, people thought Deshaun Watson was going to prove a point, that there was going to be a point proven that this guy couldn't play with that guy.
Take Mitch over Deshaun? You taking Mitch over?
No,
Deshaun?
I'm just saying he deserves some respect, man. He's played really well. He's played really well in
sounds like
return.
you want Mitch over Deshaun.
Yeah, I think Zach
I
just said
don't
Mitch
at all.
over
I
Deshaun.
don't want that.
It's cool.
He,
We're clipping
he
it.
won that day, though. He won that day.
We're clipping it. Mitch over Deshaun. You heard it here first.
He beat him in the head-to-head, dude. Like
he played better that day.
Zach,
He
though,
beat
you're a
him in that.
fantastic like Bear fan though, because anytime Mitch wins, it's like I'm doing all out for this guy. Like
I love,
taking
bro.
all
He's the
bullets.
best guy. He's like such a wholesome dude.
best
He
guy.
is, man. Like, look at this bullshit situation he been in. He got to answer questions every week about the guys that are like legends that got drafted behind him. And then he gets
what
this
does he
bullshit
do?
situation.
Not play better?
And then he gets this
such
bullshit
a great
situation
guy.
with his coach yanking him early in the season when they're off to a great start. Like, he's had a fucking rough go, and he's like just humble and quality in every interview, just like trying to lead my team be better.
Like, how
like,
can you be
no
an
shade?
asshole
Oh
when
man,
you're selling throws?
but like you could definitely be like bitter and upset and not like a good leader, and you could be a dick. You for
Who
sure
you
could.
upset at that you just sold it 10 yards?
Life, the world, like like you could just be mad, bro. Like
Just mad as shit.
like you see Baker when shit goes wrong. Baker's a prick. Like he's
Oh, yeah,
such a
Baker be mad
sore
as hell.
loser sometimes.
Zach
And,
said
Mitch is
life.
humble.
The world.
Yeah, like just
Going
pissed.
through a divorce, okay, Terrence? God.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
dude, do you guys remember
My
our
kid
French
is
teacher?
acting up in school. Like,
Speaking of people just being mad as shit, real quick story before we get off of here. Do you guys remember our French teacher? Well, I don't know if
I
you guys
didn't
even
take
have
French.
French.
Who was?
Yeah, I know who it was, Mr.
I'm not gonna name drop the homie.
Okay, I do know who you're talking about.
But,
I know
yeah,
exactly who he is.
Big
Yeah.
homie, he was cool. I had him for 3 years. You know, took French 3. Don't ask me to speak any of it. But yeah, so he was going through a divorce. I want to say it was either a freshman or sophomore year. And we all had you know how the phones were in
Real
our
phones
school.
back in the day.
Yeah. Phone rings. It was his wife, and they were arguing. And
Imitate a phone
was
from
like, it was literally like a movie scene argue. Like they're arguing, like cussing each other out. And he slams the phone like 5 times, like boom, boom, boom. Looks back at us like, and we're all like, ooh, just starts working. And we do no work in this class. Like, I had this class twice during fourth period. It was same time as lunch. I was always out during lunch. It was one of those type of classes. It was fantastic to have. So he never did any work, but everybody had to start like, oh shit, this is crazy.
You're
But
wearing
he got
that
a fridge right behind his desk with a lock on it. Goes to the fridge, squats down for like a good 3 minutes. Dude's just over there taking shots while he getting blasted. Sits back up. Sits back up in his chair, looks back at us, and just says nothing for the rest of the time, dude.
I can't.
Hey, I look back now as an adult, and I'm like
that man was. He was.
And I think about some of my teachers and like how just like naive and just oblivious I was to everything that wasn't, I don't know, a teenage girl or whatever. You know, you're not paying attention to shit as a kid. And I look back now and I'm like, my teachers were just average people that like for sure like smoked marijuana.
Oh, for sure. You thought they were so much
all the
smarter
time.
than shit.
Like I thought they were these upstanding people with crazy moral standards. And I look back now and I'm like, that guy was an alcoholic. That guy was a pothead. Like
Those
that guy
teachers
didn't
were
give a fuck.
fucking, like-
Yeah, they didn't give a fuck about anything. Like
He was high during my classes. Like this shit's crazy. Because I know when I was teaching, it was like.
I remember. I guess I won't name drop, but when I worked at
Mr.
Olive
Scott,
Garden,
can we run laps? Yes.
you can. When I worked at Olive Garden, I wonder if I said this on the pod before, but one of our old teachers, I think all three of us actually had her before. She would come in and get like wine drunk, but like drunk. And I'm serving her and whatnot, and I'm like, you are just tying one off. And then I'm like, it's Wednesday, so you're showing up tomorrow to teach? Okay.
Yeah. So what? I do.
And I mean, I guess she really was, because it's Olive Garden, so we close at like 11. So it's like she was really out of there at a decent time, but
school started what, at 8? What time
I'm like,
did school start?
but she still split a bottle of
7:30.
wine between her 3 soups. So I mean, I'm like, Jesus.
Actually, I read a tweet the other day. It was like high school was crazy because she was really ready to fight somebody at 6:30.
Yeah, Fight Island
Like,
shit.
You woke up the next day. I was like, "Where he at in the morning, bro? You fighting at 7 o'clock? Like, what is wrong with you? You
Get your ass beat. You gotta go
breakfast
around school all day with the ass beating. Like that's tough. That's
What's
tough.
crazy was this is how like you're just
You went to bed waiting for that shit,
bro. You're brainwashed as a teenage kid because like you're at school at like 7 a.m. Like you're there ready to go. When you get to college, like your earliest class is 8 a.m. And I was like struggling to get to the 8 a.m.s. And I'm thinking the whole time, like, how the fuck was I here by 7 2 months ago, 3 months ago? Like, I don't know, bro. You're
I
really
was never there. I was just there. Like, I remember my first few
I was
periods.
there.
I was just
Like
there.
my body was there.
That's what's like. You was really getting up as a kid every single day at like 6 a.m. for school. Like you're not learning at 7:30 in the morning. Like you said, you're there, but like
What was it? Snack after we had finally all talked and shit. That was when my brain fully was
break.
at that point. It was all right. I'm good now. I can learn. And I had math most of the time in the morning too. I remember senior year I had whatever math class I had. I think I was. What did I have?
you guys sleep in class? You guys class sleepers, or were you good students?
Huge. I'm a huge class sleeper.
I only
No,
slept.
I'm a frustrated,
was
upset
snoozing.
student who always has their hand over their face because I'm just fucking furious right now in class. I got things going on in my life, so don't bother me right now, and I'm not.
If I was tired, I was blatant. I'd be in the front. Like I don't care. Going down for the count.
They're like, "Are you okay, Terrence?" No, I'm not. Meanwhile, I was under my eyes just knocked out.
I only slept like whatever that period was, sometimes right after lunch, because if I was being active, like if we were like hooping or something like
So
that.
you never slept in class?
Only these 2 periods, or like the very last period of the day. For some reason, like I just was too tuckered out by that last period.
Oh.
Remember what we teased the fans?
For sure. Oh,
This
and I was
is
like, I
why we
gotta
teased the
sleep.
fans with that thing, Jake. Why you're the most noble guy. You didn't even sleep in high school classes.
First off,
like
I'm
this
glad you brought that
just
up.
talks
No,
back
listen.
to what we said. Like,
No, listen, because that's not what we were talking about. We were talking. I don't even know what we were talking about, but the statement was, "Oh no, I already know I don't want to commit a crime with Jake." I'm sorry. look, may I not be good at committing the crime said, possibly. But if we do it, like I'm ride or die, bro. Like you're insinuating that I'm dropping the dime and ratting you guys out, and that's
I'm just not sure you're gonna be there for me if shit hits the fan. That's what I'm worried about.
And that's disrespectful.
I think you would not rat because I've been in situations with you and you were solid, my guy. So
nah.
I don't think you're a rat.
Disrespectful to my integrity as a
I think you're more of the guy that is just too noble to even sign up. Like you're more of the like.
I got cases. For both of
I project the idea to you. You're like, yeah, that's not for me. Like, good luck with that.
But if I end up there to do it, like I'm gonna have to do it and be about it.
Jacob in 6th grade ratted on me and the homie when we were causing mischief in the house. My mom broke him down. He can't be trusted, bro. Mom broke him. Narc. He ratted on us, bro. We got grounded.
You're a narc.
That's a low point.
Narked us right there in the 6th grade. Also, Dodgers won the championship a couple months ago. We paint the town, right? We go down to LA. We're going up. We had a good time. Homie's got a bag of fireworks.
Oh, I love this.
We're all lighting off fireworks, right? I lit some.
There's nothing wrong with what I did.
Oh no. Listen. So I felt
mischievous. I gotta sit into the box. Am I sitting this man to the box?
We were all lighting off fireworks. Jacob refused to light off one firework. Couldn't bring it to himself. Couldn't do it. He could not light off a firework. There's that one. So then we're in the middle of sunset.
He's like, I don't want to be JPP.
In the middle of sunset, right? We're turning up. It's going banana sandwich. It's the shit you see on the news. It's crazy. All of a sudden, you start hearing the tear gas and the shots of the riot gears marching down LA, marching down Sunset Boulevard. Doof, doof, canisters going off. You hear it. They're like, riot gear. Dude, we turn around to start finding the group. Jacob is already gone. He's the first one gone when the riot gear showed up 2 blocks away, and he ain't even light anything off. How could we trust you in any crime circumstances, bro?
Listen. Nothing you said about the Dodger game implicated me to not be trustworthy at all.
It implicated that you wouldn't be there if shit hit the fan. That's what that was.
Why? I was there. Shit was hitting the fan, and I didn't rat on nobody. What? Just because I didn't want to light a firework in the middle of the fucking street?
Yeah, dog. You were with the crew. You needed to be with the cause.
And secondly,
you weren't there. You weren't there.
Jake's too perspective, bro.
And also,
because I was down
there
for the
when
cause.
the shit hit the fan. You took care of yourself. You didn't look for anybody else. You dipped out.
Run?
You dipped out.
Did you not run?
I took care of other people first. I went and made sure I had the group.
And aware.
All right.
Can't be trusted,
that
bro.
That was fantastic.
I did get broken down for that. I can't.
6th grade. 6th grade. Jake did get broken down.
I agree. That is. But
I will give the pass for the riot gear, but the 6th grade one you cannot be trusted.
That was tough for me. I definitely.
Anytime you break down to the parents, that's showing your inner narc.
I mean,
it's a mark on your permanent record.
Those aren't real, but it's not a thing.
It's not.
Just
but as always,
anytime, buddy.
But as always, wait, we can't get out of here yet. No.
Oh, we got a cameo?
No. Well, yeah, I mean, we did have one, but
let's go.
This cameo, and as well as this podcast, is brought to you by Thrive Fantasy. Come prop up with Thrive today. As always, games throughout the weekend. Next week, we get Thrive NBA back. So with any deposit, $20 to $50 will be matched. Use our code, the other team, one word, and get your free monies today.
Money. Thrive. You was thriving the hell out of those stars, man. You was thriving. Thrive.
All right, get it out. You know, Mitch deserves respect. Get it out before we go.
No, I wasn't even going to insult your team today.
We're too busy insulting my integrity as a human being and as a friend.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Jake, you're a fantastic guy. This is the Other Team Podcast. Fuck the Bears. Lions forever. Mama forever. We're out.